COVID-19 has created an environment of great challenges and great opportunities for the financial industry. Users, traders, and clients of every stripe are demanding more than ever from their financial service providers, and as a result, platforms across the industry are finding themselves in a position of constant change and innovation. Recently, Finance Magnates spoke with Carla Nemr, Global Head of Business at dynamic forex and CFD broker Tickmill, about how her company has turned the challenges presented by COVID-19 into opportunities for growth and innovation. During her career, Carla has worked at a number of Cyprus-based companies. After she ventured into the industry in 2009 with FxPulp, she spent brief stints at Alpari FS and FXTM. She was also a sales manager at Falcon Brokers, where she spent nearly 2 years. I'm Rachel McIntosh, and this is FMTV. So to start, Carla, I want to welcome you to the Finance Magnates podcast. It's a real pleasure to have you on.
Thank you, Rachel. Same here.
Yeah, definitely. So I know who you are, but could you tell our audience a little bit about who you are and the work that you do?
Yeah, sure. Okay, my name is Carla Nemr. I'm heading the global business development for Tickmill Group. So I'm overseeing overall the business development for different markets. And I have actually quite a big team that they are the frontliners for Tickmill, and they communicate directly with clients, whether it's account managers, country managers, market analysts, and other partnership guys as well.
I see. And before we dive in a little bit more, can you tell us a little bit about the work that Tickmill does more generally?
Yeah, so Tickmill, it's an online trading financial company. We are servicing clients and offering them online trading, of course. We're connecting them into financial markets. We try to thrive to always offer the best tools and services for all the type of traders, whether they are beginners, advanced, intermediate, or even institutional clients.
Okay, so Carla, let's start off first with your financial results for 2019, which Tickmill recently published. Overall, it seems like Tickmill had a pretty good year, but can you take us through these results and talk a little bit about the key factors that contributed to a strong year in 2019?
Yeah, so the key factors I would say that contributed for this very strong year, 2019. I would emphasize on the further expansion. We had always looked into new markets and the solidification of presence in existing markets. In addition to that, we were always looking also, if we look on the cost part, so we have tailored exclusive relationship with some brokers, some liquidity providers, and we're trying to look into the best price and execution in order to offer the clients the best trading experience with Tickmill. In addition to that, I would also mention enhancing the services around the globe in terms of providing the best tools and a service tailored actually for each market in terms of individual, for each individual market, in terms of approaching with their respective languages, educational webinars, and being also close to the market culture and see what exactly it needs.
Okay, I see. So do you think that this momentum that you started, throughout 2019 and into 2020, will that continue next year into 2021?
If we look back at our performance through the years, I think we can only observe that Tickmill has been recording stable growth every year. And 2020 is not an exception to this. So although this year did not allow us to organize maybe a lot of activities that we have planned at the beginning of the year, or attend physical events like seminars and expos like we did in the previous years. So we took advantage of our own resources, basically, to develop new products, streamline our existing services, and offering we have launched a new face of the website. We try to look also into the new blog that only focuses on educational material. So we revamped the education section basically on our website. And we've added additional tools that clients were keen to have in their platform or in their client area. So we expect to capture bigger market share as we have expanded our regulatory also footprint. This is another additional step that we've reached in 2020. So we have acquired 2 additional licenses, the Lab 1 license and the FSCA as well in South Africa.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, speaking of, you mentioned a couple minutes ago about how, the global situation has kind of forced you to adapt a little bit and change some of your business models. But sort of generally speaking, overall, has COVID been kind of a good thing or not such a good thing for business?
Well, the overall COVID-19 situation, it caused, of course, a lot of maybe some advantage and disadvantages. If we're talking about only our section or maybe sector and the financial market. So what it caused us is to resort to digital resources, maybe to host events that would have been otherwise physical to take place. So we shifted them more digitally. And the lack of physical interaction with our client base, it's also it made us more going for shifting to a more human approach in the way we deal and communicate with clients. So, for example, we were trying to focus more on communicating with clients maybe more often on the phone, more different type of communication, maybe like following up, providing support when they need like virtual assistance. Mm-hmm. So it has always been an ideal opportunity to invest in digital technologies. And I believe the rate of innovation within the fintech sphere has inevitably changed. So I think we would say necessity is the mother of invention. So this, I think it increased more like trading activities because people, they had to stay at home. And this actually caused, in a good way, more increased trading volumes for us.
Okay, yeah. I love that you're taking sort of a balanced view to this, that it has been challenging, but also that there has been some good things that are coming out of it. So can you delve a little bit more into the key obstacles, the really specific things that COVID made difficult for Tickmill and what you did to overcome those obstacles?
So, of course, during that time, we had a lot of increase of client demand. As I mentioned earlier, so clients, traders were mostly at home due to a lot of like global lockdown everywhere. So most of our traders, they were trading maybe more often. So that, with that being said, it increased the client demands. So clients have been looking for more clarity, control, and like often communication than ever before. Mm-hmm. So in the aftermath of the crisis. Now, in response to this need, we went the extra mile to provide them with like up-to-date forecasts and market trends delivered by our internal market analysts. So they were also more concerned about the volatility of the market during that time. If you remember March, we had a lot of volatility in the financial market. So clients, they were always in communication with us to understand more what's going on. And so yeah, that's what created more like the increase of client demands.
I see. So the ways that you've worked to accommodate this client demand and other ways that Tickmill has changed throughout this year, do you see any of those changes staying on as permanent after the COVID pandemic passes?
Well, yeah, I mean, COVID-19 has had and will continue, I think, to have a lasting effect on how businesses operate. So the impact of work from home employment, this is like, I think it's in everywhere business. Mm. But if we discuss it like through the financial part, we can see that the work from home employment and flexible practices, it came, to working conditions. And I think it will likely prevail in the year ahead. So we have fully embraced also from our side a full remote work culture. And we are also open to adopting the appropriate technologies that will enable also our team to work and collaborate in a very efficient and productive manner. So I think the winners in the brokerage domain will be those companies who can successfully adapt to meet the evolving needs of their customers.
Okay.
And I think it's in every businesses as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. What are your thoughts on the way that financial trading markets will be like, sort of maybe, into the next year, hopefully also, as we see this pandemic sort of fading into the rearview mirror of history.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know how long this will last, but if we say maybe after that COVID-19, we're hoping that things will become a bit more easier in terms of moving around, and like we already have planned going to physical events, meeting our clients face to face. It has been really a big challenge, and I think after COVID-19, maybe we will see a slowdown on the trading activities, because I think traders' clients will be always, flying and on the move, comparing to now. And I think also we would be able to feel a bit more closer in terms of when you fly and you meet your clients, like to have physical meetings more often. It will change that perspective in terms of closing business, or providing a specific customized service as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we're entering into the middle of the the beginning of the fourth quarter, what is the current focus of Tickmill as we go into this quarter and into the next year?
Okay, so basically what we're maybe our focus or the plan would be is to always diversify our product portfolio. We would like to enhance the number of instruments and products that we are going to offer to clients, because the demand is growing, the expansion of markets is growing. So every market would like and prefer specific instruments or products tailored for them. So I would say diversify our product portfolio. And we're always looking to expand to new markets and increase also our market share, because there always is good appetite for trading in new markets that we never maybe thought of. So that would be interesting for us also to focus on. Launching also new trading platforms to add more trading experience for our traders. And I would say more trading tools that traders will benefit from, and it will add value to their trading experience with Tickmill. So it would significantly, of course, enhance their trading experience in terms of automation, AI, and definitely maintain our competitive advantage as one of the industry's maybe low-cost brokers, and of course, really good service in terms of tailoring every market, tailoring services for individually for each market around the globe.
Absolutely. So, Carla, I want to thank you so much for your time today. It's been such a pleasure to speak with you.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yes.
But it was nice having me. Thank you, Rachel.
Of course. Before we go, though, I want to ask quickly, for our audience, can you speak a little bit briefly about any announcements you might have, or where our listeners can find out more about Tickmill?
Maybe I would. I don't have a specific detailed announcement that I can go. I can just maybe share it now. Yes. However, I've mentioned maybe through the focuses of through the points about the focus for Tickmill. So one of the points, it would be we will be launching new products very soon. Okay. That unfortunately I cannot announce it yet. Okay. So I should just tell them stay posted, and hopefully we will announce it very soon. I don't want to rush it through now. It would be nice to just make it as a surprise.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, Carla, thank you. I wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Have a lovely day.
To learn more about Tickmill, visit tickmill.com. For news, events, and more podcasts like this one, visit financemagnates.com. Thanks for listening.